Hello everyone. Yes, way down here. I haven't done one of these videos in a long time. I want to do a quick video. Banggood has a sale going on right now. Make sure you can take care of your bills and your family. Do the right thing first. But if you're in the market, especially if you're in the market for a Whoop, or you need a second Whoop, or you want a different Whoop, Banggood has a sale going on now with a couple of Whoops, and there's a coupon code listed right on their webpage. It says BG11 Whoop, or you can use my code. My code is limited to a quantity of 30. And I'll have my code and the link to this particular page down in the video description. It's not all puppy dogs and ice cream though, because sometimes there are sales items that aren't worth buying. And sometimes there are sale items that the price really isn't on sale. Let's take a quick look. I don't want to keep you here long. I'm going to look away here. You can see right there on the page, we've got the Eachine US or the DE65 Pro. That's a 2S brushless Whoop. Price is listed at $86. Presumably, you can get 11% off with the BG11 Whoop code, or you can use my code to get 15% off down in the video description. I would not buy unless you just have a hankering that Emax Baby Hawk. That's a pretty old kind of relic. I mean, if you've got one that flies and you're enjoying it, awesome, but I wouldn't suggest anyone buying it. If you need one for parts because you've got one and you like it, maybe an opportunity to pick it up. $54 plus the code for some dollars off. And of course, the Mobula 6, which has been a wildly popular Mobula. If you have any problems with the canopy, go and get the AE65 canopy. Much more robust canopy. Does add a little bit of weight. I think it's a half gram or maybe 0.6 of a grams. You can, of course, shave down a fair bit of that if you want to get some of that weight back off of it. Very robust canopy. I'll link that down in the video description as well. If we scroll down here a little bit, you can see we've got some kits down there. The Emax kits, the problem is the radio. It doesn't bode itself to very fine control. And when you're flying something that's prop protected, you're usually doing something proximity. So I don't suggest that. I've also heard some quality control issues about the Beta FPV Lite 2 radio. A number of you have commented on the channel with gimbals not working. Maybe it's something simple like the connector is not plugged into the PCB, or the wire just needed soldering, something like that. So keep in mind as you're spinning these things, it can sometimes be not quite what it seems. Also, it's not going to come to you very fast unless you regularly order from Banggood and you do get it quick, or you use expedited shipping. Your shipping around the world is really poor right now. And Banggood stuff tends to take about 30 days, at least to me it takes about 30 days, unless expedited shipping is used. So then some of your savings is lost. But there are a lot of items here that you might like. The US 65, the URUAV 65, several of you still like that. Good 1S flyer. The camera just isn't quite as good as others. The only one I would caution you about additionally on here is the UZ65 that has the motor soldered to the board, and it has a very specific prop size. So if you need to replace a motor, which I did on mine after the review, I crashed it and the motor stopped working, so I ordered some more motors, and you don't want to do any soldering. That's a pretty tough soldering, and you really got to take the whole thing apart to get to the solder pads. Also, you don't have any options for prop size, at least that size of prop size, and you can't go any bigger. It has that 35 millimeter prop in there. I think that's the one. But several things listed here. The Viz Whoop, which I didn't like as a quad, but it has a Vista in it, and it has the DJI camera in it, and has some components you can use elsewhere. I think my problem was mainly the flimsy Whoops and the flimsy carbon, so take that stuff off that works good, put it on something else. Maybe a possibility there. We've got the Nano Hawk is on here, the good old Mobula 7, the V2 frame on that. There's a lot of stuff on here. You can dig through it. I just wanted to highlight the Whoop stuff. It's cold here, so I'm flying a lot. I had a really nice couple of days, and actually had part of a day off where I took advantage of that. I had the whole day off, but we had a medical appointment out of town that we went to for part of that day. And now we got snow this morning. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, on this second tab that you see open on my page is a few other things, and this is where I wanted to highlight the price. Let me scroll down here a bit. I saw it. Surely it didn't leave. I saw it last night. RC Toys, we got to be getting close. Well, dang it. It must have rotated off, but I noticed on here that they had an FrSky XM Plus or an RXSR, one of the two, and it was listed for at least $7 more than any of the shops that are here in the US. So always compare your prices to other shops Sometimes a sale price is just marketing. It's not necessarily a savings. So make sure you do a little bit of homework in that as well. Again, I'll have links to these 2 sale pages down in the video description, as well as my code. My code is limited to a quantity of 30. So, and I think that is specific to the Whoop line. So if you try to buy something that's not a Whoop, it might not work. And if it doesn't work, you might be too late. Sorry about that. Out of my control. All right, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.